Hello, thank you for coming back for more. Part 2 of Surah Yusuf. Joseph. Okay. 84. And he turned away from them and said, "Alas, my grief for Yusuf." And he lost his sight because of the sorrow that he was suppressing. And they said, "By Allah, you will never cease remembering Yusuf until you become weak with old age and until you be of the dead." He said, "I only complain of my grief and sorrow to Allah, and I know from Allah that which you know not. O my sons, go and inquire about Yusuf and his brother, and never give up hope of Allah's mercy. Certainly no one despairs of Allah's mercy, except the people who disbelieve." Then they entered unto him. They said, "O ruler of the land, a hard time has hit us and our family, and we have brought but poor capital. So pay us full measure and be charitable to us. Truly Allah does reward the charitable." He said, "Do you know what you did with Yusuf and his brother when you were ignorant?" They said, "Are you indeed Yusuf?" He said, "I am Yusuf, and this is my brother. Allah has indeed been gracious to us. Verily, he who fears Allah with obedience to him and is patient, then surely Allah makes not the reward of the..." They said, "By Allah, indeed, Allah has preferred you above us, and we certainly have been sinners." He said, "No reproach on you this day. May Allah forgive you, and He is the most merciful of those who show mercy." Alright, cute doggy hold our place. And he turned away from them and said, "Oh, my sorrow for Joseph." And his eyes became white from the grief, so he was full of anger. They said, "By Allah, you will continue to remember Joseph until you are very sick, or you be among the perished." He said, "Surely I only complain about my sorrow and grief to Allah, and I know from Allah what you do not know. O my sons, go and inquire of Joseph and his brother, and do not give up hope from the Spirit of Allah. Surely no one will give up hope from the Spirit of Allah except the infidel." So when they entered into him, they said, "O you the dear, distress has touched us from our family, and we brought deficient merchandise. So fulfill to us the measure, and be charitable to us. Surely Allah will reward the charitable." He said, "Do you know what you have done to Joseph and his brother when you were ignorant?" They said, "Are you surely Joseph?" He said, "I am Joseph, and this is my brother. Indeed, Allah has been gracious to us. Surely He fears and is patient. So surely Allah will not lose the wage of the doers of good." They said, "By Allah, indeed, Allah exalted you above us, and that we were surely sinners." He said, "No sin will be on you today. Allah will forgive you, and He is the most merciful of the merciful." Alright, 93 to 98. 93. "Go with this shirt of mine, and cast it over the face of my father. He will become clear-sighted, and bring me all your family." And when the caravan departed, their father said, "I do indeed feel the smell of Yusuf. If only you think me not a dotard." They said, "By Allah, certainly you are in your old error." Then, when the bearer of the glad tidings arrived, he cast it over his face, and he became clear-sighted. He said, "Did I not say to you, I know from Allah that which you know not?" They said, "O our father, ask forgiveness for our sins. Indeed, we have been sinners." He said, I will ask my Lord for forgiveness for you. Verily, only he is the oft forgiving, the most merciful. All right, little doggy, hold my spot. Go with this my shirt, so throw it on my father's face, and he will recover his sight, and bring me all your family. And when the caravan departed, their father said, I surely found the smell of Joseph. Were it not that you refuted? They said, By Allah, you are surely in your old error. So when the bearer of good news came, he cast it on his face. So he regained his sight. He said, Did I not say to you that surely I knew from Allah what you do not know? They said, O our father, ask forgiveness for our sins. Surely we were sinners. He said, I will ask my Lord to forgive you. Surely he is the forgiving, the merciful. 99 to 108. All right. 99. Then, when they came in before Yusuf, he took his parents to himself and said, Enter Egypt if Allah wills, in security. And he raised his parents to the throne, and they fell down before him, prostrate. And he said, O my father, this is the interpretation of my dream aforetime. My Lord has made it come true. He was indeed good to me, when he took me out of the prison and brought you here, out of the Bedouin life, after Shaitan had sown enmity between me and my brothers. Certainly my Lord is the most courteous and kind unto whom he wills. Let's see, truly, only he is the all-knowing, the all-wise. My Lord, you have indeed bestowed on me of the sovereignty, and taught me something of the interpretation of dreams. The Creator of the heavens and the earth, you are my. In this world and in the hereafter, cause me to die as a Muslim, and join me with the righteous. That is the news of the which we reveal unto you. You were not present with them when they arranged their plan together, and they were plotting. And most of mankind will not believe, even if you desire it eagerly. And no reward you ask of them is no less. Let's see. For it is no less than a reminder and an advice unto the. And how many a sign in the heavens and the earth they pass by, while they are averse therefrom. And most of them believe not in Allah, except that they attribute partners unto him. They do not feel secure from the coming against them of the covering veil of the torment of Allah, or of the coming against them of the hour, all of us suddenly, while they perceive not. This is my way, I invite unto Allah, with sure knowledge, and I and whosoever follows me, and glorified and exalted be Allah, and I am not of the. All right. $99. And when they entered to Joseph, he lodged his parents with him. And he said, Enter Egypt if Allah is willing, in security. And he raised his parents to the throne, and they fell down worshipping him. And he said, O my father, this is the interpretation of my previous dream. Indeed, my Lord has now made it true, and he has indeed been good to me, since he took me out of the prison, and has brought you from the Bedouins. After that, Satan had stirred up strife between me and my brothers. Surely my Lord is kind to them whom he wills. Surely he is the knowing, the wise. My Lord, indeed, you have given to me from the kingdom, and have taught me the interpretation of the sayings. Creator of the heavens and the earth, you are my friend in this world and the hereafter. Cause me to die a Muslim, and gather me with the good. This is some of the news of the unseen that we reveal unto you. You were not with them when they gathered their affair, and they were deceivers. And most people, even if you are careful, are not believers. You do not ask of them any wage for it, but it is not but a reminder of the worlds. And how many signs in the heavens and the earth they pass by it, and they turn away from it. And most of them do not believe in Allah, but they are polytheists. Do they feel secure from receiving the covering of the torment of Allah, or the hour will come to them suddenly, and they will not feel? Say, this is my way, I call to Allah, with acknowledgement, and I and those who follow me, and praise be to Allah. And I am not of the polytheists. Alright. And we sent not before you any but men unto whom we revealed from among the people of the townships. Have they not traveled in the land and seen what was the end of those who were before them? And verily the home of the hereafter is the best for those who fear Allah and obey Him. Do you not then understand? Until when the messengers gave up hope and thought that they were denied, then came to them our help, and whomsoever we willed were rescued, and our punishment cannot be warded off from the people who are. Indeed, in their stories there is a lesson for men of understanding. It is not a forged statement, but a confirmation of which before it. The Injil, which before it, and a detailed explanation of everything, and a guide, and a mercy for the people who believe. (109) And we did not send before you except the men whom we revealed to them from the people of the villages. Have they not walked on the earth so they see how was the end of those who were before them? And the home of the hereafter is the best to the fearer. Do you not understand? Until when the messengers gave up hope, and they thought, they indeed were denied. Our victory came to them, so delivered whom we will. And our torment was not turned away from the criminal people. Indeed, in their stories there was a lesson to those who have understanding. It was not a forged saying, but a confirmation of what is between his hands, and an exposition on all things, and the guidance and the mercy to believing people. Alright. Alright, so thank you for watching. Have a good day, and anytime you want to understand any religion, read their book.